Okay, now what we want to do is splice together two stranded ropes. This will be called a straight splice, or sometimes it's referred to as a butt splice. What we need to do is unravel about the same number of inches that we've been using before, like say maybe 8 inches on both strands. You want enough now on this butt splice to tuck 3 times either way. And what we have to do here now is to mate the two just right. In other words, you want to have strands on either side of strands from either way. So what you have to do is to run them in to the point where they fit together. Now, what we want to do is run far enough in to where our strands lay evenly. Now, if I had somebody helping me here now, I probably would have that person holding down one side, you know. Now, as you can see, that what I've got here is a situation where I've got strands coming from either way. And what I want to do is keep those strands from moving on me. I want to keep the rope from the other way staying in the same position, same length and so on. So what I'm going to do is take a piece of tape and I'll tape those strands down, keep them from moving with me. And then I'll take that off later. But it'll help hold my strands. Okay. Now, what I want to do with the other strands is tuck all 3 of them in the same way that we tucked with the I-splice and backlash. Now that means then I'm going to have to jump a strand and then under the next. Okay, we'll go through and I'll tuck once and then show you what we're doing here. Now this can be tricky. This getting it started might be the biggest trick of all. But what I would do is tuck it twice in either direction. In other words, I'm gonna run on one more tuck before I go the other way, so that I'll make sure that my strands will stay in the right spot. Now the capacity of the straight splice is going to be 80% of the rope, the capacity of the rope. Now the I-splice is 90, and the reason an I-splice is 90 is because it's a side splice. You've got 2 strands. You've got 2 ropes, you see, lifting your load actually. Where here we're pulling end for end. Now I'm going to take my tape off, and if I can get it off here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it end for end. Now, then I'm going to start tucking the other way. Okay, now what I want to do is, remember, I'm going to jump a strand and go under the next. And then I'll work my way the other way. And what I'll do is go, like I see, 3 in either direction. Okay. Now I've gone 1 tuck in that direction. Back it off again, go another tuck. This butt splice is stronger than the long splice. The only trouble is with the butt splice is it increases the size of your rope. It's definitely the strongest splice of the two. Okay, now I've got to go one more to have the right number of tucks. If I wanted to run this rope like this through the shiv, I'd be in tough shape because of the increase in the size of the rope. Now let's take the other one. We're missing one tuck going this way, so we'll make one more tuck in the other direction. Then we should have the right number of tucks to make our rope strong, see? Okay. Now you can see what we've got here is a butt splice. And of course we can go around and make sure our strands are all in there tight before we cut our surplus strand. You see now that splice right there is going to have, like I say, 80% of the capacity of the rope. And what I would have to do now is to trim these all back, and then we'll have a proper splice. I think you guys have seen how we burn them back, so we won't have to do that. So I think now what we'll do is we'll go on to the long splice.